Hello and welcome to a review of the Breville Hot Cup VKJ784, and it's a hot water dispenser. So they're designed basically to replace a kettle. So if you want to make a cup of tea, coffee, or you want to add hot water to a pan for cooking, then these are a lot better than using a kettle because it's only boiling the amount of water that you're using. And they're a lot more energy efficient as well. So this particular one, it has a 2 litre capacity, and you can fill it up at the top. There is a button on the back that you press to open up, and you can fill it with a jug like so, or you can just lift it up and put it under the tap. And then the lid just closes back down like that. It has a standard kettle base to it and a removable drip tray. So we'll just pop the kettle back on. And if you want to put a pan of something underneath to add hot water to, you can remove the drip tray and then just place it back on. It also, the grill bit lifts off so you can empty it out. And that just sits back on there. It has a couple of buttons on the top. Obviously it has your main start button, so you press that to start it going. You can actually stop this one as well. The big bit at the front is a stop button. So either while it's starting to boil or while it's dispensing water at any point, maybe you've got a small cup and you've set it to dispense too much water and it's going to overflow, you can just hit the stop button, it will stop immediately. So it has a 2 litre capacity. And you'll get, at most you'll get 10 cups out of that. Now it depends on what setting you've got it on. It has a little dial here at the top, and you can turn that so you get a small amount of water coming out or a large amount of water coming out. It's basically dispenses between about 200 ml on the small setting and 300 ml on the higher setting. It's basically a small cup or a very large mug. For a normal standard cup or mug size, you would want it somewhere in the middle or maybe just over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually show you it in operation. So you put your cup underneath, you set how much water you want to dispense. I am going to put it in the middle there, and then you just hit the button. Now it does take about a minute to boil, and it does make a bit of noise, but there is another version of this which doesn't have the extra features and the large capacity, and it is a lot noisier than this one, so it's fairly quiet. This one glows red, but there are some versions I think that glow blue. And now you see the water starting to come out. It automatically switches off. And there we have a cup of hot water. I find that's just about right for making a cup of coffee or whatever, because once you've added the milk, then obviously it's not going to be too full. But like I say, the advantage of this is you can change how much is dispensed just by turning the dial, and you'll have it set usually to whatever you normally have. So like I say, I usually leave mine right in the middle. So that is just about it. So if you think this is something that you'd like, you can pick them up at a lot of supermarket and also at Argos, and they retail for around £60. I think sometimes you can get a good deal on it, it might be a little bit less, but they're well worth the money. The smaller version of this, which doesn't have the variable dial on it and it doesn't hold as much water, that one is a little quicker on the boil, but it's a little bit noisier and it doesn't hold the amount of water. It only dispenses about 5 cups in total. So if money isn't an issue, then I think there's only probably £10 or £15 between them. I would definitely go for this model.